Hi, and welcome to the Roland Studio from home. Today's video will be my very first pouring of paint on canvas, and I also had my significant other, my loving David, with me, and he helped me to set up and stir up, and we poured together. It was really kind of the first time he really inserted himself, but we really had a good time doing this. It was a lot of fun. I want to say thank you to Spanky Madison and to Shannon Naylor for inviting me to come on their live. Unfortunately, while I was trying to go live, which is why you're seeing it in this view, I was recording for my own channel, but we were trying to go live on their channel, and it just didn't work out. My signal at home just don't work. I do not have Wi-Fi, and this was all off my mobile data. And since I live in the sticks, this is where we're at. So I just wanted to say hello and let you guys know this is my very first pour, and I was so ecstatic, to have David help me out with this. And in the end, I will come back and talk about the results of these pours. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the music. Bye. Okay, so I wanted to come back real quick and focus in on these paintings. This one was, of course, the very last one. And, you know, like anything, practice makes perfect. And these were our first pours. Therefore, we ended up with some leftover paint that we couldn't put away. So we used it all in one cup and poured it down, and the cells were amazing. Another thing that we learned was to let it set. We kept torching it a little soon, and we figured that out, that we needed to let the cells, you know, develop and then set them. And it's a progression of learning, and that is definitely something that we learned in our first pour. It was a lot of fun. Another thing that we learned, but we kind of knew, is we wanted to use the cheapest materials possible. So we had purchased from Walmart some of the 8x10s and the 9x12s canvas boards. We didn't use the stretched canvas over, you know, the technical normal canvas. We did the canvas boards, and just so that you know, those canvas boards did in fact warp pretty badly after they dried, or even in the process of drying. You could see them warping. So that was definitely a lesson learned. However, I think I know how to recycle, if you would, or save the beautiful pours that we initially did. Again, I know these aren't the best. These are just, you know, we're not the artist of pours, but we did enjoy our first pours, and they were exciting artwork to us. However, I think I can find a way to rummage through the destruction of cheap canvases and save these guys, because they're beautiful right now. But one of the things that we also learned is, I don't know if it was the apple barrel paints that we were using, but once they dried, they were drying very close, very flat to the textured canvas boards, so you could actually see the texture come through the canvases. So that was another thing that we learned about using the cheap canvas boards. And so so there's a few things to learn about using the cheap canvas boards. But again, first ones, we didn't want to go and spend a lot of money on expensive canvases and not really know if we were doing this right. So I did come up with something that I think is going to be really cool, and I'm going to show you a few of these warpings, and then I'm going to show you what my plans are for these warped canvases. So stay tuned. I'm going to let you take a real good look at these canvases while they're wet, glossy, and beautiful. And not that they're not still beautiful, but they did dry quite flat. The texture of the canvas did come through, and these canvases warped pretty badly. So I'll be with you shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Oh, excuse my nails. I have not had time for those, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're looking at the canvas boards, not my nails. I wanted to show you these canvases that we did. I am holding my phone. It is late at night. I've got to go to work tomorrow, but I wanted to get this in, so I'm talking a little low because it's late at night. David's asleep, and I wanted to get this last little bit of recording in before I finish this video and upload it and edit everything else. So here is the third one, I believe, that we did. And you can see, let me just give you an idea. Excuse my desk. I have not had a chance to do anything since I've been home, let alone play. Here is the last one that we did. And you can see the canvas come through pretty heavily. They're still beautiful. I mean, I'm still loving them. But look at the warping. I mean, I'm going to set it right here. Look at that warping. They're awful when it comes to warping. And I absolutely love the one that David did. Well, he helped me do a couple of these. In fact, this one he helped me with and did the red dotting and the maneuvering and everything. But this one was his. And we just love it. It looks earthy and rocky and looks like layers of rock and earth and whatnot. And maybe even a little planetary, but look at the warping. Can you see that? Okay, and I'm so sorry about my desk is a mess, but the warping is horrible. Some of them are, I mean, look at that. I mean, what can you do with that? You can't even frame that. You can't frame it. I mean, it's just, you're just like, well, maybe you can flatten it or something. I had plans to doing some resin over these, but now I have other ideas at this point. I mean, look at that warping. Is that not awful? Just awful warping. This one looks like planet Earth to me, but it's beautiful. It's silver and blue and white. It's a little bit of Stefsart style. But I have a solution. And tell me in the comments if you like my idea. So when I saw that these things were warping pretty badly, I decided to cut them off the canvas board. And I can use that chipboard for other projects and maybe even for my own journal covers. And that's what I did. So I took the canvas off of the board, and now I have other availability to use this for journal covers or tags or any kind of add-on that I can possibly think of. I can sew it, make it into a pouch. I mean, there's just so much you can do with it now, because now it's flexible canvas. And I have not sealed these yet, but I do plan to seal them. But look at that. It still has gorgeous detail. The cells on these aren't as much as we'd like, but again, this was the very first one. We didn't let the things set too well before we started torching, and there is some antique gold in there. But once we get this sealed, I think it's going to pop the colors really vibrant. If I seal it in some clear glaze or of some sort of clear lacquer or some kind of resin, that's the idea. But I think I want this as a journal cover. Most and foremost, how many people can say they have a paint poured journal cover? And I took this one off as well. So these are now beautiful works of art and great for journal covers. So I also decided to put them in my laser printer, and I'm gonna have to go get that. So hold on one second, let me get that for you. Okay, I'm back. And anyways, I was talking about this being a canvas covered book cover in a canvas pour, a paint pour canvas, which you're not gonna find unless you do one yourself, or if you're like me, you know, you put one together and then offer it to buy. So if you're interested, I will be setting prices on these eventually. Everything's eventually because I'm not ready to set up shop. But if you are interested on an individual level, just contact me through my Facebook or through Messenger, Stephanie Pettis on Facebook. So just check me out. And I also have the Roland Studio Facebook page. And then we have my group, Out of the Box Creations, a Roland Studio affiliate. So be sure to check that out. Come join us. And I want to show you, this is a laser copy that I did with my laser printer on Kodak photo matte paper. So you might be interested in even getting one of these. I started doing copies of my Stefsart.Artstroidinary, and I'm also doing it on my laser printer. And here is another one of those. Those are the two that I took off the canvas boards, but here is one of my Stefsart.Artstroidinaries on photo paper. So, of course, I did scan it on my scanner. I'll be cutting that off. It'll be set properly. So it's still in process. This is just a regular copy paper right here. And this is photo paper. Let me see if I have. Here is a photo print, a laser print rather, on photo paper, and this is a print on copy paper. So my laser does really well on either occasion. So if you want it on copy paper, it'd be cheaper, but on laser photo it'll be a little more expensive. But just let me know if you're interested. For the laser photos of my Stefsart.Artstroidinary, I've been charging $5. So if you are interested in that, just let me know, plus shipping. So it will come in an enveloped package, double envelope, with a bubble wrap and a protective covering. So that is why it's $5 plus shipping. So it depends on where it's going. So at this point, that's what I have it set as. I really haven't looked at the prices. I just kind of threw it out there because of the ink that the powder that it costs for the laser print. But they're absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous copies. This is on photo paper. I meant regular, that's on regular paper. And this is on the photo paper. So believe it or not, there's not a whole lot difference. But that is a little deeper. Gosh, I hate my nails right now. But anyways, here is the green one. And these are all hand painted. And the originals are for sale as well. And you can look those up on my Roland Studio Facebook page, the Roland Studio page. Here is a photo on paper. And here is my bird that I did. That's on photo paper. And that's with Kodak photo paper. And then this is just regular copy paper. So you can see. Let me turn my light on here, help out with the shadowing. Not a whole lot of difference. But this is a thicker quality, maybe for your journal books versus maybe gluing it on copy paper. But just let me know and send me a message that's on regular copy paper. Send me a message. These are straight out of my art book. So let me know if you're interested, and let me know what you think about the paint pour canvases. If you're interested in purchasing one, I have not set a price for that yet on the canvas ones, but for a photo laser print, I'm thinking maybe $7 on those, just for the fact that they were the pours. Then again, these were hand drawn, so I don't know. At this point, I have the hand drawn Stefsart.Artstroidinaries for $5. So I may keep all laser prints at $5, unless otherwise I find it that I'm cheating myself and it's costing me too much, because I really haven't gone through that. But let me know what you think, and see if you're interested. and that was a mistake. And once I get home, I can ship it to you. You got to give me a couple of weeks because I'm gone, anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. Just kind of depends on how it goes. So, you know, just keep me in mind and let me know if you are definitely interested in that. And I'll be posting these on my Instagram, my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and my Rolling Studio group. So, my Rolling Studio Facebook business page. So just be on the lookout for it. All my links are below in the description box. And please don't forget to like, thumbs up, subscribe, and you know, I appreciate you sharing it and keeping up with me. I do try to bring you content that I think that you would enjoy, and I would appreciate a little feedback on that. And I guess I'll talk to you later, and make sure you leave me a comment below. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.